is through the Nidus instead. All right, but here
Well,
spawning up in the top left corner, we have the green Zerg Otter, and I'll let you introduce her opponent.
yeah, hang on a sec. There we go. Ooh, gotta love the way Violet looks in this tile set with the stronger colors. Anyway, we have in the
Oh
bottom
yeah,
left, also playing the Zerg pieces, Anuzarg.
awesome. I think it's really cool how the purple Zerg looks on the creep. I remember in Wings of Liberty, a lot of people complained because purple Zerg on creep was usually really hard to see, but it's really nice that they've changed that.
Yeah, they made it. Didn't they make it like a lot lighter on the mini map or something?
They made creep lighter. The
Yeah.
purple is still the same color.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like we have some technical difficulties here with our
Yo,
purple
live.
Zerg.
Anuzarg.
No, Anuzarg, we're gonna miss you.
No, don't tell
We
me he's
can't
top.
party without you.
No, like, the
No.
good news is we don't have to like continue from a replay or something because it's like,
Oh, okay, there we go. Good. Good news. Oh,
wait a
just
sec.
kidding. Bad news.
That should
Game paused.
Yeah, there we go.
be okay. Well, let's
We'll
give
wait. We'll give him some
a
time.
second.
Yes. Yes, I think he does.
All right, we'll give it a minute or so here. Whoops, I typed to the observers. Ah,
Okay, cool.
okay. I don't understand. Oh, it's Shift Enter, isn't it? Yeah, I never use that. Is that obvious yet?
Uh-oh. Okay.
Um,
Says he left the party.
well, he's still in the game, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
Game resumed.
Well, one of the cool things that while we were away, neither player went for the extractor trick, and it looks like both players are actually going to go for something after a tin pool. Our green player looks like is going to have the drone lead
Mm.
for the moment. Oh, but we have an early pull coming down for Anuzarg coming down
It's
here.
actually a 12 pool, so not super aggressive, but
And we have a 13 pool coming down from Ottr. See, this is very interesting because you don't usually see a pool coming down at this time. Oh, we got a gas coming down.
I think it's
At least
actually, isn't it actually a little bit more reminiscent of a lot of Wings of Liberty builds go for, I guess, around that time?
gas right after pool. A lot of builds go for gas right after pool.
No, not gas. I meant the 13 pool.
The 13 pool. You know, to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I thought that kind of went away with Wings of Liberty, but it just seems like a kind of a strange time. But it does work well against like an 8 pool, I guess.
Hmm.
But it still is not exactly a an economic timing.
Sure,
But
sure.
it works. It works in this situation. Doesn't seem like either player has gotten an advantage. Looks like Anuzarg is putting down a gas as well. We're getting close to the gas needed for Ling speed here for our green Zerg. We'll see if that goes down. Anuzarg still has not put any drones into the gas, so as I said that, there they go.
So Otter has kept her drones in the gas a little bit past the picking up of speed
Pass
there.
speed.
And that's
She
always a
might
fun
be
indication.
going. She might be going for a roach, or not a roach horn, but a baneling nest here pretty soon.
And it is a pretty
doesn't look
logical
like she's
follow-up,
going-
isn't it?
That is very logical. A lot of players don't play ZVZ without a baneling nest.
Hmm.
It always makes it very exciting, and it makes it such a macro or a micro-based matchup that way.
Oh,
And we
I
have a
cannot believe that just got away. Look at that.
Oh wow!
2 health
Look
on that Overlord.
It's recovering health slowly but surely, but hey, he's safe. He's clear. He
That
is
would have.
just glad he escaped with his life right there.
Spore
I
crawl.
spore
So
crawlers.
so
Okay.
this is an interesting thing
Spore
that you tend to
inside.
see happen with games around as what I like to call Olympic League, which is when you're in bronze, silver, and gold. Every now and again, you'll get somebody who's, I would say, playing an old game that they've already played in their head. Like maybe they lost to muters or something, so they're like, I need spore crawlers. And in reality, unfortunately, that turns out to be like a complete overreaction. As we can see here, Ottr isn't probably making flying units at all. We
At
don't
least
know
not
that
yet,
yet.
anyway.
If that does turn out to be what she does, this is really lucky. If not, that's a bunch of minerals that
Yes.
went to something that didn't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, and we have a Evo chamber going down for Otter. Perhaps it'll be a Ling upgrade. It looks like she's going for a Ling all in here. I could be wrong though, but she is taking expansion. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Looking at our units tab, looks like Otter actually does have the drone lead at the moment as well. Oh, looks like Ling attack is coming, so it looks like these Lings will be able to do a lot more damage when the time comes.
I'm kind of getting the impression that Anuzarg is a little bit of a turtley player.
I'm definitely getting that impression as well.
In
He's got
infestation
a
pit?
good defense going on
I
here.
wonder if he's going to go up to
This
Swarm House.
I think this might actually end up being the infestor Ling that we used to see all the time in Brood Wars, or
No.
not Brood Wars,
Oh,
but in
obviously not Broodwar,
Wings of
but
Liber
we know what
Wings of
you meant.
Liberty. Yes, yes, that used to be the go-to build in Wings of Liberty.
That was, you know, you're right, and I would not be surprised by that. I think in this situation, it's not necessarily a bad choice either. It's just, unfortunately, it's one of those things that even at the best of times, still did require a decent amount of control. And given that he's experiencing a little lag at the moment, that could come to haunt
That
him a
could
bit.
kind of hurt him a little
Yeah.
bit, yes. But
Now,
hey, he's at full. Oh, he's going up to Hive.
now that said, I want you guys got to realize something else too. Not just because a player does a rush build doesn't mean they'll actually attack. I've seen this happen a lot. Like they may be doing something that seems like it's a very aggressive play, and then they just take a base and don't do anything. You know,
One
yeah,
of the things
a good
about that
idea?
is
No, but it can happen.
one of the things about that though is, especially in ZVZ, sometimes players will move out just to make their opponent build a lot of defense that they don't need, and that can be a good strategy too.
Yeah, that would be a good move. We'll see if
We'll see if
that's
that's
what
what
happens
happens
here.
here.
So far, not so much though.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a small scouting. Anuzarg is aware of all the Zerglings at the front. Should be making him a little bit nervous. That could be the reason for the spine crawlers. Just be a gut reaction to what his overlord is currently seeing
He's
right
going. He's going up to Hive. I'm thinking he's probably going to actually go one base Ultra here, especially
there.
with the attack and or the melee attack and the Carapace.
No, that actually could be frighteningly effective if the only thing we get from Otter is Zerglings. Now the problem
Yes.
would be is the number.
Oh no. I'm actually really interested to see if this turns out. Hopefully, the internet problems will go away here.
This is unfortunate. It happens. Tythor is like super pumped for this to be one base ultra, and I cannot really blame him.
I am
I
pumped
kind of
too.
want
I'm
to see. I
excited
kind of want to see it as
this.
well. This is the fun thing about these games is they are not predictable, which is why we really don't want him to drop. Thank you.
Oh, good. Oh, goodness.
Okay, good.
All right. This is going to be exciting, guys. I'm actually pumped. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pumped. Here we go. We don't have Ling speed, but this is good. He's saving all that gas for what? Oh, actually,
Yeah, Link Speed just finished. So he's just had that.
There it is. There's the Ultra Leaf Cavern. I knew
Otter.
it.
Wow, I cannot believe we're seeing this.
It's going to be interesting. Okay, we have an infestation pit coming down for Otter, too. Let's see what she does with this.
Okay, so Otter
if
is picking
she's
up Burrow.
infested,
So.
so that could actually.
I
But
wonder if we're gonna see
it
this.
doesn't have overseers, but we can.
Dude,
He can easily morph them because he already has Hive.
dude, look. You got the spore crawlers. I was just thinking about like how unfortunate it would be if he basically just ended up losing everything to a bunch of infestors, and he'll probably be able to see him coming.
Well, the thing about
Oh, man.
infestors is they can't fungal the ultras, so
That
the
is
infested
true.
will just be ran over by the ultras.
This
But
could turn
if
into
she
one of those
does go
weird
to,
base races, I think, actually.
I think so too, actually, and she's going for Hive as well. So this may end up turning to Ling Ultra versus Ling Ultra.
Oh, that would
Ling
be beautiful.
Burrow. This is going to be very interesting.
Uh,
I'm excited to see how
we
this
can't
goes.
underestimate the reality, though, that Otter does have a much stronger economy at the moment. And if, yeah,
Yes, but if he times this well, she won't have those ultras out.
no, I
Uh,
mean, like I said, if he goes for the aggressive attack, he might just have the ultras and not use them. Oh
but then
boy.
again, also we do have a lot of
Okay,
that turtle
or
defense that our purple Zerg had made early on.
this.
So this could be interesting.
Oh,
Oh
no, I have
no.
to say, actually, given his build, this is I mean, given the situation with the lag, this is a great choice. Now, Otter's actually going to see this coming, and let's see what kind of reaction we get.
Yeah. Banelings might be nice to have in this position, but these ultras, this will be very interesting.
Well, she's just going to
Looks
attack
like
right now. That's not a bad choice at all, actually, but
this fight
unfortunately,
is
there's
going to take
already one
place
here.
right next to the spine caller, and that ultra is going to just
Oh my gosh,
eat
the
the
damage
link.
from that thing is incredible.
Look at this, 19 kills for a Zerg unit. That's almost unseen. That is incredible.
Well, I gotta say
And
that
he's still
was
hungry for more too.
the right idea in that situation, but unfortunately, it was a little bit too late.
Oh, it looks like we have Hydras coming out. This is gonna definitely change things in this matchup because Hydras are actually quite good against Ultras in a large
Really,
number.
I've actually
Yes,
never seen this happen before, so I have really no idea what's going to occur. I'm,
I've seen this happen, but I've seen this happen much later in the game. This is very interesting.
but yeah, she got. Oh yeah, she did a click onto the ultra, but I mean, like even without that, more than likely all she would have managed to do is probably just kill the Zerglings
Yes,
with
and I
one more.
actually think that actually really hurt her
Oh
because
yeah, I
she
agree.
could have killed the Lings instead of the Ultras as well.
Right,
And that Ultra is just gonna do that splash
or
damage to
even
all
with
those
that
Lings.
many of them with speed, probably could have even taken at least a portion of them and ran into the base. But in
Yeah.
any case, like I understand the thought process there though. Like, oh, you're getting ultras, you probably don't have those yet. Let's send some lings in.
Oh, very, very good thought. Very good thought. There's a lot of energy on this queen. I thought he was actually going to be healing the ultra, but this works too, spreading the creep. I like it. Getting a lot of vision. The thing about creep spread is it's like having an extra scout everywhere.
Yeah, it's definitely true, especially in ZVZ. I mean, obviously you don't really get the attack move bonus against another Zerg opponent because basically they get it as well. So, but the vision is definitely a good factor, especially when it
It's
comes to.
always it's always a very good idea to go for creep spread when you're going with a ground army. With a Ling Muta versus Roach Hydra, it's not necessarily a great idea because you're actually helping your opponent rather than yourself.
Hmm.
But in this case where we have a ground army versus a ground army, this could be very interesting. This actually could definitely help our purple Zerg.
That makes sense. I hadn't really thought about it from like the Mutalist perspective. That's a really good way of looking at it. Hmm. But you know, knowing that your opponent has so many Zerglings, yeah, this is a nice move.
hmm It definitely speeds up those ultras and makes them to where they're not as easy to be kited.
Hmm.
Though with Hydra, it would be very hard to kite anyway.
It seems for now though that this kind of more turtley mindset with Anuzarg is just kind of basically he's just kind of pushing out slowly with this. He's not being really aggressive with it.
He's trying to build up that force that he thinks will win the day no matter what she has.
So what happens with a huge number of ultras against a huge number of hydras? Have you ever tested that?
Actually, if you have enough ultras, the 200 man count of ultras beats 200 man count of hydras. We've tested this in the unit tester.
Wow, I can believe that too, just because of how tough they get, especially with all the upgrades.
But usually early game, they're kind of usually you don't get enough of them to where
Mm.
they're good. But
She's
in
gonna
this,
have he's gonna have 7 with +3 attack coming out.
oh yes, this
Oh
this
boy.
should be plenty. And we have a looks like we have a Ling. Oh, it's gonna be scattered by this Overlord. I'm not sure if Anuzarg sees it,
Nah,
but
yeah.
it's actually not gonna go to the base, so it's just gonna sit there, just gonna get some scouting information.
Actually, here comes a big move out.
Oh, here comes the big move out. All right, here comes
Hydras.
those Hydras.
Maybe she might just be killing the Overlord though. Boom.
Looks like she's at the edge of the creep. We'll see if she keeps going on.
Uh,
Looks like she's on the
Yep,
creep.
here we go.
Oh
Zergling's
no.
engaging without the Ultralisk, unfortunately. It means that a lot of them are just going to die here. And now they... Oh, no, the Ultralisk are actually not together.
Okay,
Here
the
we
ultras
go.
are gonna have it.
Yeah, this is definitely going to... What?
Okay, there's that
That's very
micro.
clever, actually. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to escape, but... Oh, if only she could wait for the reinforcements to get here and then pop them out.
Uh-oh. There's that burrow again.
This is going to keep his mind firmly rooted to this spot.
Yes, he's not going anywhere. He's not gonna let those Hydra get away.
It's like, and ironically, she could just totally do whatever and just let him sit there. Until, okay, now there's the, the Overseers are here, so never mind.
All right, there we go. Wow, so that engagement definitely goes handily to our purple Zerg player.
I think I understand the point of the Spore Crawlers now.
I believe I do too. And since those are buffed against Muta, holy cow, those are going to be so
Right,
strong.
yeah? Like, a lot of people would just react to this by making Muta, and then he could be like, hey, I've got defenses for that.
And if you go the Lings to go along with the Muta, oh man, those Lings are just going to be eaten by those Ultra.
I really imagine, though, that this build probably gets squashed pretty hard by really early Ling aggression.
Yes, I believe so too. I think if she'd have moved out with those upgraded Lings earlier, this could be a totally different game.
Absolutely.
So of course, if she'd have done anything,
Yeah,
if
really
either player would have
anything,
done
right?
anything, this has been a totally
It's
different
like
game.
rushing for Thors or battle cruisers or carriers or really anything huge. It's like, well, it works as long as they don't try and attack you, well, basically at all.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But the interesting thing here too is our Zerg player is actually spreading creep almost to her door now, so he'll be able to see almost whenever she moves out, like the moment
Anuzarg
it happens.
has 46 drones, the 61 of Ottr. And that's really her edge at the moment, I'd say, given that economy. If she can get
Oh,
something
yes.
that actually works great against this.
I think Muta, even though he has those spore crawlers there at his main, I think Muta would still be the way to go in this
Oh, for sure.
situation.
It traps him, if nothing else. It makes him that he can't leave.
Yes, though those queens, those 10 queens that are out on the map would do some serious damage to the Muta, and those would be the AA. I still think that this would be crushed by Muta. Oh, looks like that
No.
drone is not going to make that
Yeah,
hatchery.
no base there. Not going to happen.
That
Those
base was
Ultralists are going to
prematurely
eventually
canceled.
figure out how to get through that space. Oh boy, moving out to engage the Ultras.
All right, looks like part of the ultras are going to engage. Part
Oh,
of them are going to sit there and
interesting.
make sure that. Oh wow,
That does a lot of damage to them.
that it does. Okay, let's see if we can get a concave on creep over here. And it looks like we're going to.
Nope. Oop, 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 oop. Trying to kite them just barely, not quite able to do it because of how fast they are. Steadily
There we
losing
go. We've got
Hydras
a
and
good
now they're
concave
dead.
here. Okay, we've got to bring those overseers over. Nope. Oh, it looks like those Lings are going to go to.
Oh, hey,
fast.
check it out.
Ultras versus ultras. Here we go.
Fortunately, the numbers are definitely in favor of Anuzarg at the moment.
The purple Zerg, yes.
This is a good thought, but it's a little bit too little too late here. Fully
Yes.
upgraded, both of them.
Oh wow, goodness. And here comes that drone equalizer right here.
That's a good point, Zergy. These things basically do have Dragoon AI, don't they? The only units in
It
the
looks
game
like
for
the economic advantage is actually going the other way now.
Well,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if our green Zerg is going to be able to hold this at all.
to be honest, I think any military units that come out at this point are probably just gonna get sniped off as soon as they get.
I
as they
think
hatch.
they're going to get sniped from the eggs as well.
Yeah,
Oh, there they go, and they're not going to be long in this world.
yeah. It's pretty
They're
much
just
the
gonna
end of
spawn
that.
and wish they hadn't. And there's the
There's
GG. Good game. That was a very interesting game, and I was very excited to see that ultra.
That was something else for sure.
uh,
You don't see that every day.
you definitely do not see one base ultra every day at all. Very interesting, very fun to watch right there.